episodes of Politically Incorrect.
All right, we're here on the set of The View in New York, but obviously we're not The View. I want to talk about athletes. You are at the top of the game, and you should be. And congratulations, by the way, on having to... And he had to beat the guy soundly twice before he got it. So that's what I call paying dues. But President Clinton last week was in Newark asking athletes to start being more helpful to young people. He asked help from the NFL and the NBA and other black organizations. Kidding. He said he wanted athletes to be visionaries who can reach out to young people and lead them on a path to college and a better life.
Isn't that his job?
Yeah, that's a good point. But I can't think of any worse role models for young people than athletes. I think...
Politicians.
No, I think athletes are even worse.
They don't want to take half your money and your freedom. I really do think politicians are worse, but I must say I disdain the whole concept of role models, and especially for athletes, because I mean, I don't like bandying this term around, but I do think there's something a little bit racist about this, because you never hear people saying, you know, rock and rollers ought to be better role models. Nobody says Kurt Cobain. He ought to be a role model.
No one ever asks Danny Ainge what he's doing for the white people. What are you doing for the white community? No one ever says
right.
that.
That's right. And they're athletes.
Larry Bird, how are you helping your white brothers out? No.
But one thing black athletes and white athletes have in common is that they all have a very bad attitude.
And they
have in common is they have in one sport.
Oh, please.
The only thing they have in common is they have an exceptional ability in a certain aspect of life that's freakishly unuseful anywhere else. Patrick Ewing, he can dunk. That's not going to help you after you play basketball. So why should he be penalized for having this wonderful ability for that and asked to do any more than that?
He shouldn't for that. I'm just saying, yes.
You know, he's put into a limelight situation where a lot of kids look up to him. So in a sense, he's got to kind of watch what he's doing. He can't really swear in public because he doesn't want maybe somebody's kid to be watching him that looks up to him and saying something like that.
Yeah, but what do you really know about sports? I mean, the thing is I think in this situation, clearly we have to listen to the asthmatic Jewish guy. Now, the thing is this.
You don't think athletes have a huge sense of entitlement from the time they're 10 years old and are pushed through?
An entitlement to themselves, though, and they deserve it. If you can do something better than other people, you should get paid for it, A.
Paid, but you should be able to treat other people badly?
Who's treating people badly?
Athletes.
Like who?
Yeah, not like
you've got to be
industry,
kidding.
Like athletes. You ever been around people when a cappuccino comes in cold?
Down Strawberry's not punching me in the face. He's not, nobody's hitting me. Nobody's being mean to
corporate America. That's where they treat people bad.
College athletes.
College jocks have the highest percentage of crimes committed on campus.
College campuses, colleges in the United States exploit black athletes to everybody. Every school, Syracuse, any school out there, Notre Dame. And these schools have a 2% black, population, and their teams are 80% black. They're ripping my people off.
Ripping them off. And they're coddling them in this. They're treating them.
And they make money off my people. Okay? My black athletes in white colleges put white kids through school every day.
And for that.
And
it is true.
It used to be cotton, now it's basketballs, okay?
And when you go to like the test
that is exploitation.
MIT, if you go to MIT or any of those other schools, what they do with the mathletes is also my people. If I can say, we take the bowl money that they bring in and invest it very wisely.
Okay, I should take another commercial. We'll be right back. Okay.
Hey.
Chris, you're agitated about this.
I'm not agitated.
You just said to me that college sports is the equivalent of slavery.
College sports is the equivalent of slavery. There are billions of dollars raised, right? Raised by my people, the black people, helping to raise this money.
Because
all the players are black.
Right.
90% of the players are black. Who benefits from these players? White kids. That is slavery.
Yeah, but
My people, no black should have to pay for college. If there's $1 billion raised by the NAACP tournament, no black kid should have to struggle to pay for college.
What's
black kid.
What's the NAACP tournament? Because I haven't seen that.
That's a really bad one. All the white kids.
Isn't slavery when you're forcing someone to do something against their will? I don't think that's exactly what's going on here.
If you have to play at this college in order to get in a good program, in order to play basketball, that you are making a person play where they don't want to.
Okay, it's a monopoly. It is a monopoly. There's no other choice.
At Howard University, where he's going to be welcomed and treated like a person, he would. If he could play at Howard University and make a couple of $1 million, he would. It'd be a better place. It's insane that the system is the way it is.
Not to go there if they don't want to, and there's stars on the college
choice.
campus, and they could end up making loads of money.
There's nowhere else to play. There's only one game.
There's nowhere else to go.
Okay, but I mean that's like saying, TV is making you guys play.
Do you know the kid from Connecticut, Khalid El-Amin, the point guard, right?
Yeah.
He could lose his eligibility because he drove a car that was lent to him by a friend of his who wasn't considered a Connecticut booster. Now, this kid took the Connecticut team to the national championship last year. He got millions and millions of dollars for the University of Connecticut. Forget about CBS and all the other people that sponsor the NCAA tournament. He's going to lose his eligibility possibly or be penalized because he drove a car that somebody lent him.
Every time you say
but what about all the athletes who get away with something? Get away with crimes, get away with things that nobody else.
You know how many white kids Charles Barkley put through school? Because the schools make money off the players. How many white kids Shaquille O'Neal put through school?
Charles Barkley can throw somebody through a window and he won't get in trouble for it, whereas somebody else would go to jail for it.
Peter Warwick went to jail on a felony charge for basically the kind of shoplifting that 90% of college kids do already. How many times did you get high and go into the Tiny Giant and take a chicken salad? I mean, every time, you're in college. This is a kid. This is a 19-year-old kid who happens to be a wonderful athlete.
About real crimes that they commit.
No, that's a different story.
It is a different story, one that you will not acknowledge.
No. I'll acknowledge it if you acknowledge it in the general population.
Generally,
shine a spotlight on Vegas at 3 a.m.
Exploited.
They are exploited. There's no question.
Some of them get blown out of proportion as well, because I've been watching, and I don't think they should be blown out of proportion. It just makes it look really bad, especially for the school.
Well, let me ask you this about boxing. Mike Tyson fought a fight last week or 2 weeks ago for like 3 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay, and clearly punched a guy after the bell.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And they didn't penalize him at all. They gave him $8 or $10 million for punching a guy after the bell, and everyone who watched that fight and paid money to go see it got 2 seconds of entertainment, and they didn't hold his purse.
They didn't give him anything. First of all, that's what he makes for doing what he does.
What he does is fighting, which he didn't do.
That's what you say it like he was supposed to make $12, and they decided to give him $8 million.
He violated the rules again, and they wouldn't even...
Accidents do happen. And another thing, that guy never came to fight. He came to lay down. He seen the opportunity and dove on the ground with some leg injury. He did land.
You're not supposed to curse on this show. If you curse, are you going to lose your job? Are they going to fine you? No.
Is that another false analogy?
That's not a false analogy. That's a penalty. You are not allowed to curse on television.
Okay, but that's one that's easily remedied. Punching a guy after the bell is an essential part of boxing.
Right. If he stopped showing up, he'd probably lose his contract. And plus, which I think all three of you, if you were involved in some huge scandal, you'd probably lose your contract. I assume that's a part of your contract.
Yeah, but until we can do what Mike Tyson does, until somebody in this room can do it, everybody needs to be quiet.
Can't they make Mike Tyson play by the rules of what he does? He's getting paid enough.
It was reviewed by the commission. They decided that it wasn't.
We all saw it. It was clearly well after the bell. He punched the guy.
The main thing, he didn't say sorry, so I didn't really mean it.
I just think it's amazing.
I don't know what it means, but I'm sure you're right, Lennox.
I agree.
He hit the guy after the bell.
Yeah.
Obviously, he didn't mean to hit the guy after the bell, so I didn't say sorry. That means he never meant it.
If a guy hit you 3 seconds after the bell, wouldn't you think that that guy should lose his purse and the fight?
No.
Why does he have a purse?
No.
Why?
First of all, the moment you go in the ring, you're risking your life, and you should get paid just for risking your life. First of all,
but there are not rules that you should play by. It is boxing. It's not just a bar brawl.
Yeah, if you put a brick in your glove, don't get your money. Okay, fine. But hitting a guy after the bell,
stop. Happen in the sport of boxing. You know, I felt sorry for the people at ringside. I'm saying, boy, I'm glad I never went to that fight. You know, sorry for all the people that went to the fight.
Me too. Okay, we got to take a commercial. We'll be back.
Area and would like free tickets to Politically Incorrect, call 323-575-4321.
Okay, I just have a couple of seconds. Is it common to be hit after the bell?
The name of the game is protect yourself at all times. That's why you have the rest in there.
And you mean all,
you should blame in there.
Okay, all right. Monday we have Kevin Pollak, Joseph Califano, and Ken Curtis, and we will be talking about the drug war, I have a feeling. Thank you, folks.